Hello again. This is the second part of today on Tuesday session. So this is on week 4 exercises. I'm not going through everything on that exercise sheet, but I just want to highlight some key things or examples. So the 4b is based on what we have done on 4a exercises. This practice is have us to work on the same data set as 4a breath test. So Jeremy have given you a several scenario. For example, larger offender group, which day detect drink driving. So I'm not going to give you all details to answer all questions, but I quickly give you one or two examples on the query, and you see how it can be done. So these are the same we have seen in the last part, exactly same. Just to remind you, you got your right location of the dataset. The same function we have used in the week 3, and then we take the header, and then we only take the raw data rather than header. So we got RDD, which have only contains data rather than header. We store in RDD here. And also we take first a few rows, have a look to see if they're okay. So which means we got that data set. So we can also create the data frame. So we have seen this is one approach. We have the heading. We add heading here. We simplify a little bit for the original variable name, and we display 20 records. So we print out a schema, and okay, now we need so we make a table name. So this is we use the column name in SQL query. So this is first step. Data frame, register a template table, which we give a name called which has a name breath data. So we can see we got SQL operation. So you cannot do update, insert or remove functions, but actually you can use other queries. Collect is something we get a result. Without collect, they will not collect data for us. So end of the query, we must use collect function. So that is SQL. So from the temporary data set, we select, and we remember SQL, select something from the table. That is syntax. Distinct is applied on variable reason. So if there are 100 reasons identical, for example, let me find an example. So reason, okay, so in this data frame, we can see we got a lot of repeated. This all repeated. This all repeated. So then when we use distinct, only identical, so they will only have 1, 2, 3. So we only select without repeat the same reason from the dataset, and we print out. So distinct reason is output from the query, and we do collect function, and then we print the single one. So once we find one, we print it. We find another one which hasn't appeared before, print another one, and unknown other. So we find a distinct one, we print out. Find another distinct one, we print out. And find another distinct one, we print out. Okay. So that is the question Jeremy has asked regarding to what are excuses, are the reasons. What are the reasons for in the data set? So you could also apply to other things. For example, breast alcohol level. So we see what a unique alcohol level, and because they have 0, they have 96, 110. So we can apply to other variable if we need. We just need to change this. So this one, so we select season, reason, and the count. So the condition is here. Where statement, where the alcohol level larger than 35, we group by reason, ordered by distinct limit, and we do. And after that, this is a query, which this is a query, highlighting red. So the count is how many records which satisfy the condition. So this condition, we only collect alcohol level larger than 35. So what it means ordered by? So this is sorted by number. So you will find the most frequent reasons appear more often. So that is frequent, largest to smaller, and in order. So I read the count is renamed the CNT. So I count how many reasons which caused alcohol level lesser than 35, and I sorted by the number of this situation by the count frequency of this rhythm, and I sorted. So that is the output. So you can see then this is a result. We generate a result, create a data frame, and then we create a data frame which contains the result, and then we display that. So this gives you some idea of the exercises we need to do. For example, prepare positive, which make a subset of both data frames. Okay, and I think we are not asking. So that is that is the task 6. What are further tasks for the data science? So you need to try what the most likely reason to be asked to test, make a test, breast test. So if you want to join table, so you can use the df1, data frame 1, join data frame 2 with certain column name. So you can try that as well. So that is the function which in your exercises. So we will publish other solutions together on Blackboard. So that is week 4b on the exercises. So next one, So Jeremy has recommended we have a look markdown cells. So just give me 1 second. So drop the look down. You can add some different formatting to cells. For example, you can get a heading, you can get a subtitle, which you probably need a kind of what is called understanding of the syntax. For example, you got different headings, you got different format. So this is pretty much like a LaTeX equation, similar to HTML. So you can create a table. This is HTML one. So anyway, it's a markup language. So probably you can have a look. You can have a look down the markdown cells and see how they can give you some styling. So this is also markdown language, markup language. Some like HTML and also like LaTeX. So some you have LaTeX, which you got some kind of styling. So you put a paragraph. So you got a certain kind of styling. So I mean, you can have a play with that in your later session. So also list. So this is HTML, have a list. This give you a list item, and also in LaTeX we have some syntax which we can make a different type of paragraph, different type of image inserting. So you can have some spare time and you can have a look the markdown cells. Okay, that is more or less the end of this week. So in summary, what we have done, we have gone through briefly the solutions of week 4 A and B. And also we have discussed about timetable update. And also in this week lab session, tomorrow, we have 2 colleagues who will have you with other exercises which you may have difficulties in the week 3 and 4. Finally, most important thing is about group thing. So try to find someone you know and you are happy to work with, and also have looked at the requirement of the assignment, group assignment. So for example, what do you need to write? How many words you need to write? So, and then what is the deadline? The method of submission. So please have the look Blackboard regarding to your group assignment. So next week we will move on the week 5 materials. And also at the same time, we need to continue work on group assignment. So next week we will work on the AWS and the data science, and especially visualization. So that is planned for the next week. Okay, thank you very much. So in case you have any question, you can discuss the question with our teaching assistant tomorrow, and also about group work, you can always discuss that on the discussion board. Okay, thank you very much.